I'd just like to welcome you all to Ian's celebration of life. I really don't know what to say, but Ian went down very quickly at the end, and he is greatly missed. Gary's going to say a few words.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. So on behalf of the young side of the family, thanks for coming. Some of you might know I'm the youngest of 9 kids. Ian sort of was somewhere in the middle-ish. So, we started out living in Queenscliff, was it? Or near Queenscliff? Yeah, I'm trying to get facts. COVID's done something really weird. I was calling up my brothers and sisters and saying, do you remember stuff? Can you give me stories? And there's like this fog, this memory fog. So I've had to call multiple people and verify things. So it's been a bit odd. But so I'm not going all the way back to Queenscliff-ish. I'm going back to Marcus Hill. That's where I remember Ian from. And I got many little tales of that time of his life. Apparently he was a massive walker. He walked everywhere. Big thing I was really shocked by is a thumb sucker. And not just any old thumb sucker, like he did it beyond like the time you should grow out of it. Like he was like full on into it. It's his favourite thing. He sort of outgrew it later than most, and he was an animal lover. I mean, anyone who sees the pets here knows he was an animal lover, but members of my family have memories of him walking around our farm down in Marcus Hill, and dogs would follow, basically. He's like Pied Piper almost. That thumb sucking. Apparently at one stage, Mum was threatening him to put a cow poo on the end of his thumb to stop him from doing it. I don't know if that worked or not. He's not. You wouldn't have married him if he was a thumb sucker.
I used to suck the fingers.
You don't want to know that.
So he didn't outgrow it. Okay. So apparently he had this really cool bike. Well, I kind of remember it, but it was like a dragster bike. It was all black, and it was really, really cool. But people remember that. And I've just found out he used to like playing tennis as well. I knew my brother Andrew and my sister Wendy played tennis, but I didn't know Ian played tennis. So there you go. Andrew remembers rabbiting with him and our dog at the time, and they'd set up the rabbit traps and go for a walk the next day and try to find the rabbits if there any were caught. Now, the big memory. Now, COVID might have knocked out some memories, but everyone remembers this. He drove this car, a specific car. He had a car called the Belmont. It's a station wagon, and he drove it. He loved it. And would give people lifts if they needed lifts, that sort of thing. But after moving from Marcus Hill, we went to Newcombe, suburb of Geelong, if you don't know. And there was classic memories of Saturdays going to the football. So you park the Belmont at Arnie Doss's house. They'd walk to get in your park, watch the Cats play, probably back then, usually lost. Not the Cats of today. I'm not going to go into footy. They'd walk back to Arnie Doss's. It's probably really cold. She lived on Swanson Street in South Geelong, so she wasn't far from Killiney Park. And I do remember this. There'd then be a collection of family members, and it'd be like a massive card game. Like this is like most Saturdays. This was like before AFL. This is VFL when you'd listen to 3GL. Remember that? Anybody?
Yeah.
What's the slogan on the West Coast? Something. Our family, I don't know why, but like we were really late to take up like the video recorder. Like everyone, I remember at school, everyone else seemed to have a VCR, and we didn't. But we eventually got one, and ironically, I remember it's probably from Matt actually, because of Matt. Our very first video that we watched on our own VCR was the Young Ones. So yeah, Young, I don't know, but yeah, he loved the Young Ones. I love the Young Ones. I got a lot of my sort of comedy, like my sense of humor, from things that Ian liked. So he introduced me to Monty Python as well. Yeah. So see.
Oh, shut up, Mum.
Sure. I'll take you to the Ministry of Silly Walks.
Do it.
This was amazing for me as a music fan. We went to lots of gigs, lots of concerts. Among them, went to see Angels, Rose Tattoo. The one that really got me, I'm sure he's told you, so you can confirm this. Queen. You went and saw Queen. A few of them. Andrew, you go? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, growing up as the youngest of 9, he was just the coolest brother to have. He just, was into model making, like little plastic kits, planes and things. And you've probably seen things in the garage, like with trains.
And then it progressed from little to bigger to bigger.
To bigger never ends. That's a hobby. That's a true hobby.
That's what it does.
They know how to milk it, all that money. But his skills were amazing. Like really, if I look back on it, like he did these dioramas of World War II with tanks and you'd have mountains and grass and trees and the detail. He put eyeballs, like pupils, on these little like people. Like it's just never appreciated it when I was a kid, but now when I'm older and you see movies with special effects, it's like he could have worked in Hollywood or something. Seriously, there was that sort of quality. It's like I think he even took it for granted how skillful he was at it. It's just crazy how good. But yeah, I just wish he and others had noted it more at the time. You might have continued on with it in a more serious way, bigger than a hobby, but he spent many hours playing role-playing games like Axis and Allies, and there was another one called Towards 2000, I think it was. It was like a military sort of game. But yeah, I know Dave and there's other friends that would have played that along with him, and yeah, it was like the United Nations. You'd go into the garage, and these games would go for like 10, 12 hours, and it'd just be full on. Like, just ridiculous how serious they took this stuff. And it's like, oh, you can't do that, you gotta do this, and yeah, crazy. As many will know, he took up Lego as a hobby later on in his life. I like to think I passed that influence on to him. I got one back. Yeah, he gave me comedy and music. He was slow to add anger, and he just always meant well. Always tried to help others, and yeah, I just want to say that wherever he is, I hope he has a great big train collection close to him, and I hope his worries are a mile away at the next station. Yeah, rest in peace, mate. Great brother to have.
Yeah.
Because he became involved and married with my mother. And the shining thing that he did is made her happy. He made her so happy. Like I got to play Dungeons and Dragons with him. We got to make up stuff and have a whole lot of stupid rules for just random crap. But that's what we did. Like, he was a child at heart. Like, he loved to play make-believe. And that's what D&D is. Like, he passed on to me something special, like something beautiful that I can't describe. He loved his grandkids. And he loved his stepkids. He loved me and my sister. Like, he never had anything nasty to say about us. Ever. Ever. Like, he never had anything nasty to say about anybody. And I love that about him. I have a very different view on him passing. I am happy that he is out of pain. And that is, I think that's all I really need to say, really, is he's out of pain and we should be happy for that. Like, he was a beautiful person who left us too long, yes. But he's out of pain. There is no more pain for him. And I think that is what we should take away from this. Thank you.
I know it's a sad day for everyone, especially for Monica and the family. I knew Ian 40 years. Met when I was about 18, just over 18 years old, and Maddie as well, and the rest of the young family. And Gary, yeah, I agree with Gary, what he said about Ian. He's going to be missed by everyone that knows him and knew him. And when Monica told me, it was a bit of a shock to me on the day, and being Australia Day, but I think it was a very appropriate day for him to pass away, being Australia Day. And he was a very avid Australian cricket fan, and he loved his cricket, loved his footy, and that's all I can think of off the top of my head. So everyone just enjoy Ian's life, and that's all I can think of.
Loving memories, your gentle face by unknown. Your gentle face and patient smile with sadness I recall. You had a kindly word for each, and you died beloved by all. Your voice is mute still in my heart, that loved us well and true. How bitter was the trial to part from one so good as you. You are not forgotten, loved one, nor will you ever be. As long as life and memory, I will remember thee. I miss you now, our hearts are sore. As time go by, I will miss you more. Your loving smile, your gentle face, no one can fill my empty place.
Nice.